We're live.
Oh, here we go. This is the wrap up. This is the wrap up. The end of the year. 2020 comes to an end.
It's all done. It's
If
finished.
we make it through to 2021, we'll see you then. But can't promise.
Yeah.
We might not make it.
So I reckon in this episode we'll touch on everything that's happened over the year. Even though we've already started now, this is our 5th episode.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
It gives us the opportunity to overlook the year.
Overlook the year, yes, and also perhaps even things that are going to maybe to fruition next year.
Yeah, and then
we
obviously
think,
we'll look things that are to
come. I steal that from you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was going into that. But yeah, busy period now. Squeezed in a time again. Not all the time of the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, look,
I don't mind during the day ones too. We can get them in there. They're all right. We do the night. Either or, they're all fun. But it was a busy week in the in boxing and MMA. Well, not busy, but it was some good fights on.
Yeah,
tell you that.
Very good fights. But before we get into that, you still taking part in that half marathon?
Yeah.
25th?
Are you doing it? Are you gonna come?
Nah, I'm doing a 100k bike ride tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 100k run. I was like, fuck, you're gonna be like down to your knees by the end of it.
I've done the half marathon twice before. How are you preparing for this?
I'm not. Just gonna rock up and do it, man. Give a fuck. No, actually, funny enough, my birthday is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like I turned 30, which is horrendous. But gonna go to Borsa with my girlfriend. We're gonna get a nice plate of pasta, carb up, and then 9 o'clock we're gonna leave from Annalise's house. So if anyone, you probably won't get the podcast up in time, will you? If we can get up you're there Christmas Day at my girlfriend's house. The train leaves. It's gonna be me, Danny, and Danny Eliadis, I'm calling you out, so you better not bitch out on me. Because he's been shitting himself. So funny, he's like so scared. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to make it, man. He's so worried. And then Steph Frenchie. So we're going to do it. We're going to leave at 9 a.m. and do the 21k, 21 and a half.
21 and a half.
Yeah, 21 and a half kilometres. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
First time.
First time.
Most of it done is 17 and a half kilometres. So this will be interesting.
Yeah, it's when you hit those like 16, 17, you still got like 5 more to go. You're just like, oh my God.
That's it, man. We're not looking to break any records or anything. Just want to do it,
just
man.
Finish
just want to challenge yourselves. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. But, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well, yeah, I've got the 100k tomorrow, so.
Fuck, that's going to be hard. Where are you going to ride to?
We'll go to Glenelg, then cut around and come down through the east side.
Wow, nice.
So pretty much lapping all of the city.
Who's doing it?
Me, Juan, a few boys from soccer.
Are you on a race or on a... What sort of...
Yeah,
race. I was going to say. Because 100k's and nothing but a race is going to be hard.
Yeah,
it's going to be very hard.
Yeah, most I've done is 55.
Yeah.
So literally doubling that. So I'm shitting myself. But tomorrow, for all my Hispanic listeners, is Christmas. So Feliz Navidad. We celebrate.
Why do you do it on the 24th?
We do it at midnight on the 24th. So we celebrate the night. It's called Noche Buena. We celebrate. So the family gets together at dinner time on the 24th. Then at midnight, Santa Claus comes and everybody opens up their presents. And
like you guys get Santa. I've never seen Santa. That's why he doesn't come. He stays with all you guys. Nice. Yeah, Feliz Navidad to all my Hispanic friends.
Yeah.
I love the Latino community. I'm a big fan of them. Obviously, through you guys, you've taught us a lot. But I'm a huge fan of the Latino people, man. Love them. Great people.
Yeah. And then the 25th is Christmas for everybody else. Merry
Christmas
Crimbo.
Day. Merry Crimbo. Well, not everyone. Not everyone.
Well, not everyone.
You're being racist, mate, because not everyone celebrates that. For the majority white world, the white people shall celebrate Christmas. But yeah, I'm not a big Christmas man. Not huge.
Yeah.
Are you?
Well, yeah, for us, because growing up,
I've never put a tree up in my life.
Yeah,
never.
we did. We were part of all of that. As of late, I haven't.
Yeah. CPF.
Yeah. Getting older, guess that.
And then don't forget the 26th. The party really goes down, man. Spartan party, 26. Let's do it, man. We're going to go hard. Hard in the paint, man. So I stole that from Brenda Short, man.
Make sure you got it in.
I've got it. Boom.
So 26 here. Much any entertainment planned or what's the go?
Yeah, just run amok, man. Just run amok. Just a whole bunch of food and friends and drinks and then and the rest. And then just have a good time, man. That's what look, it is my birthday that time of the year, and I know it's my party, but really, honestly, I just like to do like a big celebration of everyone that was involved in that year, sort of thing. and I want them to all come to my house, and honestly, I really don't want to. People bring presents. I don't like it. I said, well, you don't have to. I love them when they give me presents. Of course, I'm not gonna lie and say I don't like a present. But if you came and you didn't bring a present, it wouldn't bother me. Like I just want people here like yourself and Victor and Eddie. Those. You guys do so much for me throughout the year, and I can give very little back. It's hard. So people like that just want to enjoy and have you over and just have a good time and have a laugh.
I must say it's old school the way you do it.
Yeah, man.
Like what was it, 2 years ago we had the Cadillac roll up with the hydraulics.
The hydraulics, that was cool. But that's how I like it, man. I don't want to go to a restaurant and dress up. I want to be on the street, barbecue, just run amok, man. This is my 30th and most people got to go soiree. Yeah. I'm not, man, I just like what we do here. We're just in where we grew up. And we're just all on the street running amok, you know what I mean? And that's the way I like to do it. And that's why I keep it that way, because until I can get the millions of dollars and buy the big penthouse, but till then, I can't. We just do it on the street.
Moving on to last weekend's fights. So my boy got it done. Canelo.
Yeah. I'm calling it now. Look, I'm a fan of Canelo. Like him. Like the way he fights. Like his stuff. He's a cheat, man. Come on, bro. We were talking about this earlier off air. He is a cheat. Come on, man. Like, he's been caught. He's been caught.
I know he's pissed hot. All right.
Is it twice or once?
Once. So he's pissed hot. All right, not fair enough.
Yeah. It's not fair. It's cheating.
But for what he got pinged for, fat stripper. You got done for
okay, that's all. A lot of people use fat strippers to hide the steroids. Yeah. It helps mask that in case they get caught.
All right. You're the professional. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Right. That's Tom Mackay, by the way. Top of that one. Tom Mackay, top of that.
He's pissed hot once. Since then, he's never pissed hot.
Yeah, so now he's got it down pat. He's got it right. He's paid the right judges.
Like you always got something to say.
But I'm just saying, man. When you got a guy, he's legit. Like, can you just confirm his height? Because I don't want to get it wrong. Because I want to make sure. I'm pretty sure he's 5'8". You're talking a man who's 5'8". That's what I read on the internet the other day. 1.7.
Yeah, 1.75.
So you know what I mean. I think that's around. What's 1 point? Can you look that up in 1.75? Just convert it for me, because I need that in. Well, they're saying, is he really 5'9", but definitely short of that. So he's anywhere between 5. So let's just say he's 5'9". Right now, look up Callum Smith.
5'9". That's way too much for Canelo.
All right, let's say 5'8". Yeah, 5'8". We'll stick at 5'8". Man's 5'8". So you're talking fucking.
Well, Callum Smith was what, 6'2", 6'3".
He's 1.91, so he's taller than me. So Canelo's shorter than me.
6'3".
6'3". And this guy, and he's a natural bigger man. This guy, you got Canelo, who's a natural smaller man coming up, giving away all that height. And I'm not trying to totally write off purely because of that, but the man's got fucking traps that started his forehead down. Come on, man. Like, his back, he punched Smith, he gave him a dead arm, literally a dead arm, broke the cunt's fucking arm off.
Detached the bicep.
Is that what happened in the end?
Detached the bicep.
You know what I mean? Like, and he's coming up divisions, and not only coming up divisions, but destroying people. It's like he's the bigger guy. He's coming up every time, and it's almost like he's fighting a smaller guy every time. How?
Look, people say that the smaller guy has the advantage. That's what the
yeah, okay. If he's a smaller guy and he's a powerful guy, he can get on the inside and does his work. Yeah, I can see where they're coming from, but the taller guys also has the advantage. Yeah. That's a stupid thing to even say that he has.
And another point that I'm going to make is, all right, if say for example myself, if I take clan and everything under the sun, I'm not going to be I'm still not going to be a good boxer.
That does not stop that. I hate when people use this argument. He's still got the skills. Yes, he does. He's a good boxer, of course, but he's a good boxer because you know what? He can go to the gym every day at 8 a.m. and feel $1 million every single morning. That's why he's able to get to the level because
you're pretty much saying he's on it 24.
Oh man, I believe he's 100% on it. Like you look at it, man. Where there's money, there's corruption.
You think if he was on it, he wouldn't have popped since?
What do you mean?
Like, if he was on it all the time, he wouldn't have popped up since.
But you got to remember, these guys, they're multi-millionaires. They have a paid scientists, doctors. Have you never seen Icarus? But this stuff is science.
We're talking conspiracy here, man.
Conspiracy.
We are.
But we're not, because he's been caught.
Once. How many years ago?
But the thing is, okay, but then once, like, you got caught, you're in, you're done. You've, like, to me, that he should be banned for life. Like, banned.
Canelo meat.
Oh, Canelo meat. Here we go. But no offense to all and as I said earlier, I'm a huge fan of the Latino people.
2018.
I'm a huge fan of the Latino people. But there ain't no Mexican over there that's bulked up with biceps like this. How many Mexican... There's the other Mexican boxer, Andy Ruiz. Where the fuck... What meat's he eating? He ain't on those steroid meat. You know what I mean? Or how come Canelo's the only one that got it? I'm telling you, the cunt's a fucking cyborg. Every time he hit Smith, Smith was like, what the fuck was that? Fucking hell, lad. Fucking... Did you see his... Every time he hit him, he was like... Whoa, like you can actually see that he's punching that, smashing Canelo on the face, and it's just like he's an animal. Yeah. Like, look, if he isn't on it, the guy's a freak. But unfortunately, I just have to lean on the side that he is on it. He really is.
I guess, like,
I'm sorry.
This is perspective.
Yeah.
I like everything that he does.
Yeah.
All right. Obviously not the meat saga.
Yeah.
But as a boxer, man, like just watching him, bro, some of the stuff he does.
Nah, he's a class act, man. He's great. Like, the things he can do is like that's why, like, I personally, I never really go for people in fighting, because I feel as a fighter I like to stay neutral. Yeah. But I was like, look, I don't mind if Smith wins, because I'm a big fan of Liverpool. I love the city, love the people, and I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind to see Smith win his title. And also in saying that, I do have a bit of bad blood towards Canelo, because he's been caught, and I do think he's a drug cheat. But in saying that, the main reason I tune in is because I want to watch him fight. I'm like, wow, this guy's so fucking good, man. Yeah. So strong, so powerful, so smart. You know, such a good boxer, and what an engine. Like, did you see in that last round? Yeah. Like, Smith's literally in the corner, like this, like slunk back in the chair. They're just slamming Vass all over him, and Canelo was literally walking back and forth having a chat. Yeah. He was like literally like, oh, where the fuck can I get a burrito from? And like, I'm hungry.
Another thing that I like is the team that he has. Like, his coach, he started with that coach, and they were both like nothing. Yeah. When they first started, they were nobodies, and then now, like, Eddie Reynoso now I think he won Coach of the Year in WBO. Yeah. And like now, like, they're at the top of the game, and there's no one else better than them in the boxing world. But I think, for me, it's pound for pound. He's
pound for pound, but
you probably say Tyson Fury.
No, yeah, I would, because just like I said, I wouldn't really consider Canelo, because it's a cheat. I just can't give it to him. I just cannot give him any props.
Well,
and once it's like John Jones, I love John Jones. I'm a big fan of him. I think he's a gun man, but I don't know. Just, you got caught once, man, and now I'm forever like off him. You know what I mean?
Even the fact that it was like a minuscule little...
Okay, but this is like, what's it doing there? Yeah. And how did it get there? Like, once again, I don't know the exact sciences behind it, but I just, once you've been caught, like, I feel like, and no offense, I think guys like John Jones and Canelo, they're always going to have the advantage. They're always going to be, like, let off. So, like, I think, like, who's to say they haven't been caught before and they're like, oh, like, sweep it under the rug. Yeah. And now it's this time I got caught and I got brought out to the light. Like, who knows? I just don't, no offense, I don't trust these people and what they're doing. I think a lot of people in combat sports are cheats. They really are. It's terrible, because I think fighting is, A, it's dangerous to be a cheat because you can kill someone, and B, it's martial arts. I'm fighting you. I'm not fighting you and whatever the fuck's in your arm. But then it's a very hard discussion. I was listening to a podcast recently with Joe Rogan, and I forget the journalist's name, Luke something. I forgot, they did a podcast, and they were talking about the steroid saga, and they were actually saying, like, ever since USADA came about, nothing's changed. Like, it's really done nothing. It's helped no one. It's like, people are still cheating, still people are getting caught. It's like, they were trying to say that, and they were saying, like, I really believe there should be a league where they accept it. Like, I really would love to see, like, let's be honest, that's what Pride was. Yeah. And was Pride not the greatest fucking mixed martial arts like series ever?
What was it when,
you know what I mean?
Was it Rampage Jackson was in like a triangle choke?
Oh, and he powerbombed that bloke.
He just like literally triangle choke. He's just like, you know what? Use my power.
And like, and say what you want about, like, you know, like you said with Canelo, got caught with a ministry. Like, those things make a huge difference. Like, one of the best examples of why drugs are so powerful, I believe, is look at, like, go back like 3 years ago. Every single, like, division was, the title was held by a Brazilian. Now, look, I'm not tarnishing Brazilians or anything, but come on, they're very well known for that stuff, for taking steroids. Yeah. In Brazil, it's quite a common thing that people are on steroids. That's outside protein over there. Now, ever since USADA came to the UFC, literally there's not one besides Figueiredo. He's the only, and Nunez, obviously, which is a girl on that side. All the champions went missing. Wanderlei Silva literally quit the next day. USADA were like walking up the race to the UFC office. This cunt dived out the window. You never seen him again. You know, like, it's just too much. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you know, there's too much, you know, to me that like doesn't make sense. Too many coincidences. Yeah. You know what I mean? Too many like small amounts, this, that. It's like, come on, man. There's, you know, don't get me wrong in saying that a lot of fighters probably accidentally take stuff they don't realise because they didn't read the banned substance list. But you fighters, the onus is on you guys. You really have to, I guess, you know, make sure you're not doing anything illegal because it's, you know, it's our job on the line. And hey, if we got paid more, we could employ more doctors and whatnot, and we'd never get caught. But instead, we're all broke. We're all making just what we need to get by, getting any protein we can from any supplement company, and we just drink it. Yeah. And it could be a banned substance.
I guess from the outside looking in, because obviously you're on the inside, the way we look at it, or the way I look at it, is a fighter looks to get any little competitive edge over his opponent. I guess maybe because it's a little bit of fear in there as well.
Well, and it's at the same time like we're like a big science project to ourselves. We want to find the best thing for us that can give us the competitive edge. You know what I mean? Whether it's the shoes we wear, the protein we drink,
No, I've even heard stories of like John Jones apparently like hit under the under the ring when USADA's come in. Yeah, you know, recently you've had Yair Rodriguez.
Is it the guy that he wouldn't show up?
Wouldn't show up or didn't disclose where he was. So I guess in a way, I don't know. The way I look at it is a lot of fighters look for like a little edge because again, it's. I think in camp for you guys, it's a mental battle as well. It's am I working harder than my opponent? What am I doing that my opponent's not doing? That's
then also the doubt of, is he on it anyway? So fuck it, I'm gonna be on it. And B, the next thing is you got to remember a lot of fighters, man. Like a lot of even guys that are in the UFC today, and you know, even I don't know cases of one championship or Bellator, but guys are working part-time jobs to get by. So now you're telling me put this needle in my arm and I can make an extra $100,000. Some guys to them, man, it's like they're not as lucky as a guy like me, for instance. I'm all right, man. I got, you know, what I need. But some guys aren't, man. They're like, man, I need anything to get by, man. I just want to make it. I want to get out of this terrible life that I'm living. So that's why I sometimes feel bad for guys. You know, I'm like, man, you know, they're probably just doing it because they just want to give their family some food, man. And it's that old saying, you're still bread for your family. Is it really a bad thing? So, you know, that it's a hard one. It's a hard one, man. But at the same time, I don't think it's on. But like I said, I wish there was a division where you could cheat and a division where you can't. And then people could, you know, separate those things. And you could see guys doing their thing. And let's be honest, man, we could get Victor Belfort back, man. What a cool, man. We could see the band. He's back. We get Uberim back. Remember him? Yeah, man. Uberim was sick, bro.
And then you get the good Anderson Silva back.
Look, but he got caught too, didn't he? Yeah, that broke my heart, man. I fucking love Anderson Silva too, man. Like, if they caught George St. Pierre, I don't know if I could go on. I might cry, man. I'll break down. I think, like, deep down, I was like, I think he was on it, man. I think he was, but I just love him. He's the only one I'd look the other way. Like, I didn't hear that news, George. No, you're still a legend, bro.
Well, that's kind of like me with Canelo.
I guess
it was the meat, bro. It was the meat.
Yeah, you know, you got to believe it. But as a fighter, it hurts when you hear that. Honestly, when I heard Anderson Silva, that hurt, man. I was like, bro, I love this guy, and like, man, he did us wrong.
Again, like I think from that era when USADA did come in, a lot of fighters did.
They did. It's facts, man. People can say, you know, like Lyoto Machida went to Bellator. Everyone just started leaving. You know what I mean? Because it was like that. Because Lyoto was caught anyway. He got caught once, you know, and a lot of guys are just like Wanderlei went missing. All these guys just started going away, and they can call it a coincidence, but it was perfect timing, man. You know what I mean? So say what you want, but
so going back to the fight, Canelo's fight. Aside from all the steroids and all of that, all past. Just break it down. Pretty much Canelo won every round.
Yeah, he was dominant.
Towards the end, I thought Canelo. I think Callum Smith didn't really use his height
Yeah,
he didn't use his jab.
He did. That was the saddest thing. He sat against the ropes.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing, man? Like,
yeah, from the start, even the commentators were saying is like, that Callum Smith, what he's doing is not exactly what you should, it's not what he should be doing.
I personally think he sat with his brother because Liam also fought Canelo. And I think Liam was trying to tell him, man, this guy hits like a freight train. And I think deep down he was like, you know, I don't think the guy hits that hard. You know, it's an ego thing. I personally think sometimes as a fighter. And then I think he got hit and he was like, oh my God, like this guy fucking does hit that hard. And by then he couldn't really get out of the rut. He was stuck in a rhythm that he couldn't get out of.
Yeah.
The only real success I ever found he had was he had a nice jab. When Canelo leant down, he would come up through the middle with an uppercut. And other than that, and Canelo would just eat him like fucking candy, man.
Yeah,
and laugh him off. There was no point where Canelo was ever looked like he was in trouble.
No. And then I think like towards the 8th round and so on, Canelo just like, Canelo was like, nah, I'm not going to respect this guy anymore. Like,
I think rounds like 2 to say 5, you know, Smith had some things going on, but nothing special. Yeah. And then, like you said, from 8, it was just a beat up, like a beat up. Yeah. It just turned into an absolute high.
There was one where, like, again, Canelo's head movement's always been his like forte. Like, there was one where Callum Smith was just like done this combination, and Canelo was just like ducking everything. Nah. And even against Daniel Jacobs, Canelo, when he done that head movement thing.
Is that one against the ropes? No, Daniel Jacobs. I'm thinking another one. Who's the one that he got and the guy was against the ropes and he rolled and he just fucking hit his jaws out here? He's a black guy.
Yeah, I can't remember his
name. Bold black guy.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing I love about Canelo. I love watching him. But I'm just like, man, I can't buy it.
And then, like, at the end, when he threw that fake jab right up, cool, and then he came up through the middle with the uppercut, I was like, man, this guy's like...
Yeah. Because by that time, that his IQ's so high, he's just reading everything. Yeah. And he been pro since he was 15 years old?
Yeah, and he comes like, he's what, 8, I think he's what, 6 or 7 brothers? Yeah. And all pro boxers.
Yeah? I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. So it was like, the whole build-up was the families that both come from boxing
backgrounds,
So it was,
you're seeing that a lot more now, which is cool. You're seeing a lot more brothers and family. Like me and my brothers, we're all, from a fighting family. You know, my brothers have had Sav, or formerly known as Sub. He had 3 MMA fights, 4 MMA fights, and a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. And then Diego, who's got 3 MMA fights and a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. So, like we're a fighting family as well, and it encourages you, it helps you.
I guess martial arts is like a family thing. I guess like, when you're kids and you got like, I guess a whole, like when you got kids all roughly around the same age, they do everything together. Yeah. So like me and Vic, we've done everything together. Whereas Eddie was 5 years older than us, so we couldn't really. Yeah,
that's what me and Sav were the same. We always did it together as well.
So like I guess whatever we all done. So like, we played soccer as kids and we just became soccer. Like we've got 3 now. Like we're crazy on it.
But a lot of them, like Leo Machida, his dad was a sensei, his brother done it, and there's a lot of families like that. But in a sense, I guess that's what martial art is, isn't it? It's passing through the generations. Yeah. Like you're teaching the technique onto the next generation. Like I personally know if I have any kids, they'll 100% do martial arts. Yeah. They have no choice. That will be done. Whether they become fighters or not is up to them. But 100% they'll be learning the skills.
So I got introduced into martial arts through you boys. Like when I was younger, you guys would pick me up and take me to the north side.
Abuse you the whole way, up and back.
And I wouldn't say a word in the car.
Nah.
Just take it off.
Legit,
and now that now I'm a huge fan, like crazy for the sport. Like literally, I don't even watch soccer games now. Like, I can't stand to watch a game on TV. Yeah. It's just like Booker said the other week, it's trash, man. You can't watch it. Yeah. Like 10 times out of 10, if the UFC's on or any MMA's on, boxing, whatever, I'm tuning into that rather than the soccer game.
Yeah. Now I've always I don't know if I've said this before. The analogy about the 4 corners. Have I ever told you that one? No. I heard it on a thing that I was talking about combat sport, and they were like, if you're in an intersection, there's a football game on one corner, a hockey game on another corner, and say like a basketball game on another corner, and on the last corner is a fight. Where's everyone going to go and watch? Everyone's going to go want to watch the fight. They're going to go, who's going to... Because fighting is the most exciting thing in the world. It really is, man. And that's what draws me to it. Like, I just love the excitement of going out there. Like, I personally don't like to fight people. Like, I'm not a huge fan of like, let's go beat someone up. Yeah. I've never been like that. You know me as a kid.
Yeah, I like it more so like the competitive side.
Yeah, like, I just love it. I thrive on it so much. I could just do it every day. I love it.
I'm at the point now where like the Canelo fight on the weekend, I didn't even enjoy it. Yeah. Because I was like, man, is he going to lose? Like, I was just stressing.
That's exciting, man. And that's what's the funnest thing about it. It's just that intention. I mean, I'm panicking. I feel like anxiety. You love it. Like
man, like even when like watching you fight is the fucking
I can imagine,
worst,
man. I can imagine, honestly, because I remember watching my brothers in that fight, and that was on such a local scene, and you would just panic like crazy.
Yeah.
Friends, you panic for them because you can't do nothing to help them.
Yeah.
And I could only imagine watching a friend, a brother, someone you grew up with, like, fuck, man, on the biggest stage of them all, because it's dangerous out there, man. These guys that I'm fighting, they're not bums anymore. Well, not that they were bums before, no disrespect, but I'm saying these are legit, man. These are legit killers. Like, like my last fight with Falang, man. Like, bro, I was a fan of that guy. I used to love watching his stuff. I'm like, man, I don't want any of that stuff done on me.
Well,
now.
like the last fight, I don't know. We had the CCTV footage, and we had my brother Vic, man. Vic
I love that.
Like losing it.
I know when I seen that with Vic.
And we know. Like now you're up against these guys that like,
it's
legit
hard,
killers, man.
man.
We're like, man, like fuck, you got to trust. You just got to trust in you that you're gonna go out and do what you do. So
that's what it is. It's just a job. You know what I mean? And that's why it's scary, because you got to go out there, and it already is scary. And that's, once again, I pull it back to this drug thing. That's why it's scary when guys on steroids. Like, imagine a guy like Canelo, you punch him square in the face and he doesn't even move. You're like, fuck, man. Then he hits you and it's like, whoa, man, what the hell was that? And it's scary. Look, I really hope that he's not on it, but I just, I can't help it. But, just going back to the fight, it was just showed dominance from the guy, man. I really don't know who's going to beat him.
Yeah, you have, like, now you got all of these guys coming out that want Canelo next. Yeah. Errol Spence called him out. Errol Spence is too small for him now.
I was going to say he's tiny, isn't he?
I think he was trying to make Canelo come back down. And I think Canelo now is just,
I
think he's past that weight now. You had Demetrius Andrade, who's coming up. I've seen him fight a couple fights. He's a good fighter. Yeah. He's very long and rangy, and he comes in and he comes out. Yeah. He's really good. Billy Joe.
Yeah, I've seen that talk about Billy Joe's, but he's another one. He got done for. He might win. He's been on the roids too.
Oh, but he's been done for not done, but he's been in quite a few controversial things. I think he put up a video of him how to treat a woman or something like that. Yeah. And he's like punching the bag. It was like, it's something stupid like that. But that's just,
that's probably a piss take.
Yeah,
that's
it was.
The world we live in.
Yeah.
He's probably taking the piss, and morons buy into it. So really, you're the dumbasses. Yeah. You're the ones with the issues, not Billy Joe Saunders. Well, unless I haven't seen the video. I hope that you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up. Like pretty messed up. But I guess as a pro, you shouldn't really be putting yourself in those.
But at the same time, if that's his personality, let him be himself. You don't like it, don't tune in. Mind your business. You don't pay athletes to be good people, yeah? You don't pay us for that. I'm not told, we're going to give you your money to be a good person. You're going to work for this company. We know what the company One Team is about. That's why I align myself with them. But at the end of the day, we're individuals already. That's why one thing I really dislike about ball sports now, like soccer and football. And I mean, you know what I mean? Everyone's the same now. Soccer had personalities. They're starting to all you don't really hear about them anymore. Yeah. I used to love a guy like Robbie Fowler. I was talking about the other day. Okay, I don't do cocaine. I don't really care for drugs, but what a cool guy, man. He'd go out there, he'd kick goals, run amok, and then he had his time on the weekend with fun. Diego Maradona. Like, you're not paying these people to go out and be role models. You're paying them to kick goals, yeah? So if they kick the goals, just keep paying them. And that's why I used to love, look at Maradona and Fowler. Those guys, they had their own personality. Now you see, I don't really watch soccer, so I can't really speak too much for it. But I know things like the AFL. I mean, name one player who's got a cool personality. There's only one.
I'd probably say Dusty.
There you go. Yeah. You and I don't watch football, but we know him, and we know he's a pretty cool guy, and everyone likes that. The AFL, the whole entire audience loves him. But they try and squish everyone out and make them all the same. They all drive the same car. Yeah. They all dress the same. They all got sleeve tattoos now, or leg tattoos. Yeah. They all look the same. It's like long hair, moustache, mullet. You know what I mean? Where's the individuals gone?
I guess the footy era was probably Brendan Favola was the last.
Yeah, fun guys like that. Brendan Favola, Dustin Martin. Who's some other out there sort of guys? I mean, you got the guy. You got who's the guy from Collingwood? The old Kangaroos coach who got caught. He was a cross dresser. Did you ever hear about that? That was funny, man. So apparently there's an AFL coach. What's his name? I don't want to give out the wrong name. I can't remember. Dean Laidley. He used to coach the Power too. Skinny guy. He was on the forwards or something. Anyway, he apparently he went home one night and he's a cross dresser and the cops caught him.
No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, bro. Someone told me. I can't remember who it was. Someone showed me the article and I was like, wow. And once again, all the power to the guy, but it's still funny. Like, he can dress like that, but then I can laugh at that. All right, okay, that's not going to put that out there. It's a free world. He can do whatever he wants. I think he should be accepted. If he wants to wear a fucking skirt, good on him. I'm going to laugh.
Yeah,
I think it's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, where were we with this?
I don't really remember.
We've gone into
that's the individuals and
yeah. So I think that whole like in soccer today, there's nothing. There's no personalities like that.
Yeah, that's what I guess. Billy Joe Saunders and that. They were saying how
I guess today Ibrahimovic is probably like the one that's the most out there. But again, he's not going out doing like.
I think what is happening. I think in organisations they don't like a guy who can stand out the most because why? Then he has so much bargaining power. I really think that's like you hear with a lot of organisations now. They're trying to get rid of the Conor McGregors and that because they're like those guys. Yeah. A guy like Conor, he can literally turn around and be like, I want, $3 million like to fight, and they have to pay him. It's like Floyd Mayweather. They learned that these individuals who become bigger than the organisation, they're actually dangerous to the organisation. I think that's maybe what things like soccer and soccer clubs are like. If we can squash their like personalities, we can just make them all the same. We can pay them all the similar rates. You know what I'm saying?
Well, didn't Alex Cruz just cut a player for he got done? I think it was either on drugs or drink driving. I think it was. He was drink driving, and they cut him.
See, I don't like that. I don't care for that. I think that's so wrong. I think he should be able to take them to court. Yeah. You know what I mean? And say, I'm drink driving. I'm normal. We're humans. You know what I mean? Like, we make mistakes. Yeah. I think that's wrong. I hate that sort of stuff. I really do. Like I said, you pay them to play football or fight or, and like you said, if you're working for an organisation, a club, the club has every right to go, look, guys, we need you to be a bit more calmer. We don't want you doing drugs and boozing up and fighting on the weekends. But at the same time, if a guy wants to, drive a fancy car and, spend his life in a different way, he should be able to do everything as long as it's within the confines of the law. Like, I hate when organisations do that stuff. It really is off-putting.
So, yeah. Again, going back to the potential fighters for Canelo. Yeah. We've gone into so many tangents.
We go off the tangents, man. But Billy Joe, so, I heard that because apparently Canelo Alvarez went up to Eddie Hearn. He goes, who's next?
Who's next?
Because he's taking them all out, bro. Imagine Eddie Hearn, he'd be spewing, bro.
Yeah, he would have been burning.
His ego is bigger than his whole room.
Well, the whole week, like, I guess he's a promoter again. Yeah. Like, he promotes those guys. But Eddie Hearn was like, mate, I've never seen... Callum Smith, this calm, like he's, I think he's going to go out and do this, and obviously didn't cut up.
Like I said, I think it's the power. No one's ready for it. I just remember seeing Smith's face when he'd be like literally.
Personally, out of all the fights, I like to see Triple G
again.
Again.
Triple G beat him the first time.
Okay, close. Both fights were very close.
Yes, agreed.
Okay,
agreed.
And again, like you said last week, Canelo's. The judges wear Canelo shirts.
Yeah, exactly. Canelo's mum, Canelo's brother, the judges.
So I think the third fight would be, I think it's the most thing that entertains me, like right now. I'd like to see the third, because Triple G fought the day before Canelo, and I watched the fight. And I think Triple G could have taken out his Cerameta.
I'm not sure, yeah.
He could have taken him out earlier, but I think Triple G was just a lot more composed and just waited and picked his shot until the point where they just said his opponent in the corner, they just said, no, this guy's done. He's done. There's no more fighting him, and there's no way he's going to win this fight. So
the sad thing will be, when they'll wait for Triple G to get really old, then they'll fight him and probably beat him.
So after Triple G fight, they asked Triple G if he wants Canelo, and Triple G was kind of like, whoever I get next, I'll get next, and it's, we'll just work my way back up to the top. And then they asked Canelo after his fight about the Triple G fight, the trilogy, and Canelo was kind of like, look, I've already been there, I've kind of done that, like, I want to do great things, and you can't like.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. He has every right to go and like try and be as great as he wants and keep going other divisions and beating everyone. But in saying that, he does fight for money. Yeah. You know what I mean? So don't lie and fight Triple G. Everyone's going to want to see that.
But if you look at the opponents that Canelo's come up against, they're not chumps, man. Like, he's fighting like good names.
Yeah, well, some are. Like, Rocky Fielding's a hack.
Okay, yeah, one. But then you got Kovalev.
Yeah, he was also very old when he fought him. He was
Daniel Jacobs.
Daniel Jacobs is good.
Good.
Yeah.
Who was before that? Triple G twice. So he's fighting guys at the top end of the...
Yeah, okay, agreed at the top end, but in saying that, who's been his hardest challenge?
Triple G.
And why didn't he fight him again? If you want to be great...
Well, it was drawn and won.
He
goes...
lost and won, but they cheated for him.
Draw.
I'm going to stand by that.
But stand by the facts, not conspiracy, man.
Okay, no, they're not facts. They were on the day he was judged to be the draw, which is a lie.
And again, it's perspective.
Yeah,
I personally thought, look, the first fight, Canelo was walking him down.
Yeah.
I thought he was the one that was engaging. He was the one that was walking forward. So he had ring control. Okay, then when you're talking about punches landed and this and that, again, I don't know the stats. I was a long time ago. You know, I think it did swing in the way of Triple G.
Yeah.
But again, it's perspective.
Yeah.
You
But
know
I know what you're saying, but like I said, if he wants to do greatness, fight Triple G again and put on one of the biggest and best shows the world wants to see. It's like Anthony Joshua. You're never going to get respect until you fight that man, Tyson Fury. Stop being a pussy, like fight the guy.
Yeah.
And that's what will make Tyson Fury always be remembered as, to me, one of him, and I love Lomachenko because they will fight anyone, anytime. That they will go to challenge themselves every single time.
I think Loma's got to fight Teofimo Lopez again.
Yeah.
And try and get that.
Well, they talk that. I see that talking about more let's bring it more local. I see George Kambosos. He wants that fight.
Teofimo. Yeah, that'll be sick.
And he keeps saying he wants to bring him to Australia. And honestly, I openly say about boxing in Australia, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I do think a guy like George Kambosos, I would love to see him get a shot.
Yeah,
I'd love to see him. There was some I seen on Facebook the other day. There was some shots fired between him and another guy. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, they were firing some shots at each other. It was pretty funny. Yeah. Kambosos, he's funny, man. He's alright. I like listening to some of the stuff he says.
But yeah, it's exciting. In the boxing world, it's exciting what's going to come up in 2021.
Yeah, 2021 looks like it's going to be a good
For me, looking back over the year, there was some cracking fights, man. To give you the best fight of the year, I'd probably have... Oh, man, I can't even think of one. I'd probably say the Loma Teofimo, just because it was such a shock,
man. That was a good fight. That was a good fight, man. I really enjoyed that. I watched that back. I don't watch all the... only recently, this end of the year, I've really started trying to watch all the fights, everything, UFC, boxing, MMA. But yeah, went back and watched that replay, man. It was a really good fight, man.
Yeah.
That the young lad, what was his name? Teofimo. He put on a great first couple of rounds and then stole the start of the fight. And then when Lomachenko just turned it on, it's just like a switch. It literally was like a switch, man. It was like, whoa, this guy just started destroying him, but just couldn't get the finish.
Yeah. So again, exciting times ahead for next year, man. Like in the boxing world, I really hope that Joshua Fury fight happens, man. That'll be that's a super.
That will be Then probably the best. To me, I just love the Fury fight. I just love it. To me, heavyweight's always going to be the best.
Yeah,
I love him, man, and I think Fury, Wilder, and what he did to him, man, it was like. But then you can't go. Was Ruiz this year?
Ruiz and who?
And Joshua when he won.
I think the rematch
was this year.
No, the rematch was this year, but the first one was
the year before.
Yeah.
So that was also a great. Well, like the second one, the first one was a great fight. But yeah, it was a good year for boxing. They had I'm an MMA fan, but I think boxing's starting to make a slow climb back up. And let's be honest, off the back of MMA, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say that straight out. I'm going to say off the back of MMA because the MMA boys have helped. In a way, boxing was smart. They got the boxing guys, the MMA boys, to put light on the boxing world again with guys like Conor McGregor and all the talks of guys wanting to cross over. Because, let's be honest, boxing was starting to die in the arse a bit. And then these guys help bring the attention back. And they've got their stars as well over in boxing. And they do a great job. And there's another sport, with great individuals, man. You got Tyson Furies, you got Anthony Joshua's, you got the professionals, you got the journey, you got the crazy guys, you got the Gervonta Davis, you got, those sort of styles. And it's fun because they've all got different styles. And people, you got that Ryan Garcia, who's more of a pretty boy. But yeah, it's fun to see all those different personalities.
That's my knockout of the year, by the way, is
Gervonta Davis.
That
was a fucking cracker, man.
Was it Leo Santa Cruz?
Jesus Christ! I think Santa Cruz was still sleeping.
Yeah, like
he went to sleep, woke up after COVID. He said that fucking boom, unconscious. Yeah, that was deadly.
When I saw it, I was just like, oh my god, he's killed him.
Yeah, it was a big shot.
Yeah,
huge shot.
going into MMA world now. The UFC over the weekend. Some good fights.
Yeah. Wonder Boy looks sick, man.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, wow. Like 38 years old. Oh, man, wow. Just his movement.
I think for me, Wonder Boy, it's what Wonder Boy shows up on the day.
Yeah, yeah.
I think on his day, Wonder Boy can be...
Agreed.
Can be the world champ.
Yeah, he could. And then I know what you're saying. Then sometimes he drops the ball and he can't get his rhythm going as well. But man, he was so good to me on the weekend. I was really impressed with his fight.
Yeah, do you think the UFC done Jeff Neal a bit hard here?
Yeah, I think they did. I think they probably wanted to give him a fight. They wanted to get Wonder Boy out. But it's hard because you can sit here and he wins and you go, oh, they've done him a favour. He loses and but in saying that, it's his coaches and management's job. They should have been like, look, I don't think we're ready yet. I just, a guy like Wonder Boy is a very difficult puzzle. Very, very difficult.
Because he's long, he's rangy.
Yeah. He's a puzzle that you'd want to be fully prepared for and you want to get him close, because it's a bit like in a way you could say he's like a boogeyman of that division, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that... You know what I mean? Like, this guy's he's got great momentum, and then he has to fight a guy like him, and it's such a hard fight to fucking win. And, like you said, it depends on the day. And unfortunately, you got the bad day with Wonder Boy, and he messed him up.
So, Wonder Boy from here, where does he go? Does he fight another top 5 guy, and then...
Well, he has to, yeah. He's got to fight someone high up now. He just showed that those guys probably, especially under 10, are nowhere in his league. It'll be a good fight. I mean, even though Burns is already booked in, but to see him and Burns, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, or Burns has got...
He's got Usman. They say it's booked in.
Yeah,
but, you never know. That could be an interesting fight.
I get it could, yeah. I don't think in those... I think Usman or Gilbert Burns would be a tough one for him because I think both of them would just take him down.
Yeah. I think he's got 100% takedown defense. They were saying...
Thompson?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I think he's ever been taken down.
So, yeah.
That's why I'd like to see that Burns fight, because that Burns, he keeps tight and he comes rocking in.
Yeah.
Plus he can wrestle. I'd like to see someone like that. Well, I'd more so just like to see someone figure out the puzzle. I wonder who could figure it out.
Do you know when that Burns-Usman fight is booked in for?
Nah,
not yet.
No, I haven't seen any confirmations.
No, I don't think... I haven't seen anything either. That'll be a pretty good fight coming next year.
Yeah.
Both heavy on their grappling and their wrestling. And like I've always seen, 2 guys that are always big grapplers or big wrestlers end up just striking all fight.
Exactly.
Like
they don't want to waste the energy.
Usman and Covington.
That was just well, because you just don't want to waste that energy. Because you're going to shoot, you're going to spend a lot of energy trying to take him down. You're probably not going to get it down. If you do, you probably pop back to his feet. So they probably just can't be bothered. And then they're probably back there striking it.
Yeah.
A lot of grapplers are like that.
So in the co-main, Jose Aldo versus Chito Vera. Aldo got the...
Do you say win. Jose?
Jose.
Do you say... Is that Spanish?
No, I don't know.
It's Jose.
It's Jose.
Oh, man.
But it's...
Don't let your Latino people
I don't know, because the Brazilian Portuguese is a bit different. Sometimes they pronounce it like... I think it's Jose Aldo anyway. But they pronounce things differently than we do. So.
He looked good, man. He looked good.
Big win for him, man.
Yeah, I thought he looked really good.
I
think he faded in the last round, but I thought he looked really good, man. Really strong, really when he hit him, he was definitely levels above. And then obviously that last round was very boring with that back take, but he just did what it had to do to win. You know what I mean? And and that's just shows the skill in him.
With his current climate in the UFC, with the UFC getting rid of these bigger guys, older guys.
I feel like every time he fights, he's like, it's like Goldberg, if you lose, you're finished.
Yeah, it's not one of those.
Yeah, I feel he is one of those guys.
That's like I said at the last show. I'm like, this is like one of those fights for Aldo that's gonna either make it or break it for him, because they cut guys like Romero. They're cutting these guys off.
And the worst thing that I was saying the saddest thing about Jose Aldo is he'll only ever be remembered for getting knocked out against Conor McGregor. And it's sad, man, because he was actually, he is actually so good. He's such a talented fighter. I had the opportunity to train alongside him in Rio, and we got to watch him spar. And he's sick, man.
Yeah, that'd
really
been
good,
pretty
man,
cool.
yeah.
He called out TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah.
Dillashaw coming off his suspension ends next month.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be pretty interesting. I don't know. Again, TJ
drug cheat.
Yeah, another drug cheat.
Ban him for life.
So you don't know, maybe ring rust and all this time off, and you don't know what.
That's getting him at the right time.
Yeah.
It'd be good scalp for him.
So I think if Aldo does that, then beats TJ, then you're really calling for that title shot. And then Rob Font beat Marlon Moraes.
You skipped Michael Pereira and Chaos Wilson.
Yeah, Chaos Williams.
That was
I didn't watch the fight.
It was a weird fight.
Yeah,
I watched it. It was weird.
Watch it. That's why I skipped it. Cause,
a lot of running around, jumping around. But yeah, that guy's cool to watch. That Michael Pereira, he's interesting. Yeah.
Rob Font.
He was good. Did you watch Rob Font?
No.
He was good. That Morales, he was taking him down a lot, and then as soon as that Rob Font got to his feet, man, he just hit him, man. He just. Yeah, devastating power. Like, really, really, like, anyone in that division, best be careful, man. Yeah. Because this guy touches you.
Marlon Moraes is,
he's tough, man. And he's a kickboxer. Like, he's a kickboxer background. So he's obviously been hit a lot in his time. And there was at one point, even Rob Font hit him with a jab and it stumbled him back. And that was the sort of the start to the end for him. Yeah. And it was just like, wow, this guy's got some serious power in his hands.
So Rob Font is an exciting fighter.
Prospect, for sure.
Up. And then your boy, Greg Hardy.
If I keep saying my boy,
you talk.
Even my mate, the Balkan Bear, Brander, he's always saying to me, he's my boy. I said, why?
Because on the show
he's
you're
just
talking.
huge. Yeah. I just met the guy and I was like, motherfucker, how big is this bloke? Like a fucking refrigerator.
Yeah, he got, is it TKO'd?
He just, like, much as I love the guy, you got to take it down. He literally just laid there. Yeah. He was like, I'm fucked, can't be bothered. Yeah. And he just got pounded on. So he got, he was doing really good at the start. But I just think, I don't know if he's gassed really, really bad, because even after the fight, he's in the corner and he's like, he's literally like he's about to die. And I was like, wow, like, what'd you do? Like, so I don't know, mate. They reckon he struggles to make the weight. I was saying. He struggles. Yeah. Sheesh. He struggles, they reckon, to make the weight. That's what I mean, man. This guy is huge. Yeah. That's why I'm saying. That's why I got a photo with him, bro. When I met him, I'm pretty sure he said 315 pounds.
315 pounds.
Yeah, pretty sure that's what he said. Yeah, that's massive. It's huge.
So they get Greg Hardy is like Brendan Schaub said on his show. He's like a bit of an experiment that the UFC is doing. Yeah. So I guess
Well, at least he does actually put up a fight. He's not a CM Punk or something. Yeah. He actually can fight. The guy's actually not too bad, but he just lacks a few skills here and there. You know what I mean? On the weekend he got caught and he ended up gassing himself out. But you got to remember his like IQ in fighting is so low. You know what I mean? Like he was an NFL player, not a fighter as a kid.
Yeah. So now moving on into the to 2021 to see what's coming up. First and foremost for the Spartan.
Oh. The one championship was also on.
The kickboxing.
That's the kickboxing main event. That guy was good. That Crick Geller, whatever his name was. He actually was pretty good, man. Like, honestly, he was sick. Like, he moves very light on his feet. Has a lot of footwork for such a big guy. I'd love to see him box the guy like Tyson Fury. Like the bigger guys are becoming more nimble than the smaller guys. Yeah. And then who was the other fights on that card? I watched them.
Rodlek lost.
Yeah, he lost. Got knocked out.
That was
a nice knockout.
Yeah, I saw that on Instagram.
Nice, man. Yeah.
Well, Rodlek just kind of fell forward,
they went through a 1-2. I think Nongo threw a jab, then he threw the right hand as Rodlek threw his jab. He threw his right hand, caught him right on the bridge of the nose.
I saw that on Instagram.
Lights out.
Good KO. So that Roman Cricklier got the win.
Yeah, and he nearly got the stoppage at the end, but they ran out of time. It was dominating.
And then Nongo got the win against Rodlek. And then you got all these other...
I watched let me see. So I can't remember the names. So I can remember myself the fights. Yeah, the early fights were not bad. I think the wider Fairtech, there was actually talking about a bit of controversy that Tatsu Wada, he was not happy about his fight. He got the decision against him, which was a close fight. I mean, I watched the fight. One championship fans messaged me and he said, "What did you think?" And I thought it was a very close fight. Not much happened, and they gave it to Fairtex. And Wada was not happy. He was saying maybe about retiring.
a lot of fighters carry their gym names, eh?
Yeah. In Thai boxes, yeah. It's a traditional thing. So you see guys like there's what's his name, Ladzilla Phuket top team.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was like, man, a lot of these guys carry the name Fairtex, and I realised that's.
Then also my guy, a friend of mine from Sanford MMA, Troy Worthen, he fought. It was a close fight. Actually, he lost on a decision, but I was like, man, that was razor thin in my mind. He could have maybe won that fight, but unfortunately came away with a decision loss. And then Marat Garatov fought Lowen Tynus, which is that was another good fight. Tynus started really well. That's my division, and he actually got put up to rank number 5. Which is odd, like, just talking about that, that's a good point to bring up. They've done the rankings for the lightweight division, and Peter Bouse came from number 3, lost to Timothy Nasyukin, who's number 4, and that sent Peter out of the top 5. What they is that the ranking there?
Yeah. So you got.
What's Fairtex? No, that's that's kickboxing.
No, that's lightweight. This is lightweight. So Christian Lee.
Yeah, but
Christian Lee's a world champ.
Yeah.
And you got.
Sorry, I was looking at it the wrong way.
Arslan Liev.
Yeah.
At number 1, Lapicus 2.
Nasyukin.
Yeah, Shinya Oki 4 and Lowen.
Yeah, see, 4 and 5 make no sense to me.
Yeah, when did Shinya last fight?
That's the thing, not for ages. And when did that Lowen, he hasn't fought in ages. He hasn't fought in ages as well. And somehow they both moved up. Peter, who is lost to number 3, he went down to he went out of the top 5, which I found that interesting. He should have met by my thing. They should have swapped positions really. Yeah. Nasyukin goes above him. He goes to 4, and then at 5, I don't know how you don't fight and get put up how you go up a division, up a ranking. That was odd. So yeah, the rankings are an odd one. I don't understand them.
Well, I guess across the board in all promotions, they're a bit weird.
Rankings are literally like how I understand it is you've got like say 10 people on a panel, and they're like say the people in media. People in the media will vote, and and that's how it becomes a ranking. So it could be who's your favourite.
Because I think things got a bit messy with the UFC this year with the rankings, because you're getting guys like Conor McGregor come in who's not even ranked, fight for the title or something like that. It's like
it's turning into an entertainment thing
now. Moving on into 2021 for the Spartan. Any news or any developments?
No, nothing yet. Haven't really heard anything since the fight, which is, you didn't really expect much to really go on after the fight at the end of the year, busy time of the year. I was happy just to at least get one fight in this year, Disappointed, but happy that at least got one.
Yep.
Ended it well, beat Edward Falang, which is a great win for me, massive win. Yeah.
I guess the one fight you got kind of made up for the...
Well, the good thing was the start of this year, my goals were have 2 fights and then fight a guy like Edward Falang. And so it was in a way, I didn't get the 2 fights, but I got the last one, and it sort of made 2020 sort of a year to remember, and so it's gonna. Yeah.
So I guess it wasn't a bit of a waste of a year, because now
still on target, still on the same direction where we were heading. So I'm not overly fussed. Yeah.
Yeah. So in 2021, what are you looking for in terms of opponents, or?
At least I would like 2 fights like early in the year, and then once again maybe a top 5 at the end of the year. I'd love Eddie Alvarez. I want an opportunity just to do that would be amazing. So we'll see what happens. We'll wait and see what as they say, management has to say. We'll leave that to my manager.
Yeah, leave it to the managers. So you're looking to get in a fight early?
I'd like to fight March. Personally, I'd like to get a fight in. It's so hard now with this whole COVID bullshit.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
But I reckon so if just say if one just hit you up, say tomorrow, say, look, we've got a fight for you in February. Yep, that's it. Pack your bags off to the States.
Pretty much. You know what I mean? That's probably like how it is, and it's hard. That's the shit thing is about a fight. We don't really get an off season.
Yeah.
We don't know. We could have an off season. It could go for a year. It could go for 2 days. We don't know.
That's kind of crazy, because you got all the. I'm assuming between the next month you got all these plans and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the minute
you
they
can't
come
plan. Yeah, you can't really plan. You've just got to sort of. I guess live day by day, because you don't know what's actually going to happen. That's a Rambo quote, by the way.
Yeah. And then listening to your interview, not your chat with Linton last week, do you consider basing yourself in Florida?
Yeah, that was the actual hope. April this year, I was meant to have moved to Florida and then be living over there because it's too hard to go back and forth. And plus, you miss out on so much while you're there. You're not there. You know, the learning under guys like Henry and Greg and Cammy, and Peacock and. Just the team being involved in that environment is just so good for my development, and unfortunately I'm not allowed to be there. It sucks. So let's see, maybe next year I will get the chance to move over there and at least spend at least 6 months, a year. I'd like to be there, training.
Yeah, like for myself, seeing a mate go, it sucks, man. But I think for you it's the best thing. Like I've seen I've followed your journey since the start. I've seen where you started, and honestly, since you've moved or since you've changed camps to Sanford, your game's just leveled
definitely,
up,
man, heaps,
big time.
That's why I want to be back there. I love being there.
Yeah.
But just unfortunately with all this stuff going on, it's hard. Yeah. Because it's hard to obtain a visa to stay there. Because the organisation I work with doesn't go into America. So a lot of the guys over there who are there are either on Bellator, born in America, or have visas or they're on UFC.
So there's the other Australian-based fighters that are there. So like Martin, and do they got to come back? Yeah,
Martin's got a family and stuff, and so he comes home for them and obviously stays with them. He's never going to move over there.
Yeah.
A guy like me, I'm single. Well, sorry. Fuck yeah.
Might have to cut that one out.
Yeah. Now I may not be making 2021. You better not have put that in there. No, I have a girlfriend. Okay, Annalise. I do have a girlfriend. Her name is Annalise Fuda. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is I don't have kids. I don't have a mortgage and all that sort of stuff. That's what I was sort of leaning towards. And but man, he's got a lot of family, kids. You can't just leave your kids behind. No. It's hard, man. I'm not lying. It was this time going overseas was the hardest. And I enjoyed my time at home, my family and friends, and even I got to Lisa's got to leave her behind, and I know she doesn't like it, and I don't like it. I miss my dad and all that, so and my brothers and you guys, so it sucks. So I'm hoping that me and Annalise can both get over to Florida, which would be good, and I'd like to, like I said, at least 6 months of the year. Yeah, so
that'll be sick. Yeah. So again, there's no developments, nothing yet. So
nothing yet, nothing on the. You'd be the first to know, man. Yeah. We'd break the news here. We can have breaking news.
Now, going 2021, you got McGregor fighting, you got all these fights coming up, man. So 2021's huge. Hopefully, man, crowds can come back. Because literally, when you're fighting, as soon as we can start traveling, man, I am at your fights, man.
Well, 2021 is going to be a big year, man, for events as well. And hopefully the crowds do come back, man, because that's one thing I've got to say. I miss, man. Nothing like winning a fight and then seeing all your boys at the end of the day, man. So that's what I do it for, and I always say, and so hopefully, we do get the crowds back. But 2021 in the world of MMA, I think is going to be a massive year already. Like you got Adesanya, Jan, what's his name, Blachowicz, whatever his name is. Oh, Jan, talking about fighting. Blachowicz or something.
Blachowicz,
that would be a crazy fight, man. Adesanya fight anyone, you want to see that. Yeah. You got McGregor, like you said, coming back. Hopefully we see Rumble versus Yoel. That'll be fun in Bellator.
Unreal, man.
Yeah. So hopefully we see Linton fight for the heavyweight world title. Yes. Yeah, mate. Hopefully Linton, we can see Martin and Anglar get their belts back. 2021's got a lot of.
And that lightweight division in the UFC. It's crazy stacked. Again, like any fight you make in there, it's going to be crazy. Yeah. No, so 100%. Towards the end of the next year, it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out and see who really gets that title fight and if Khabib comes back or not. Yeah. So that's exciting.
Khabib. If he comes back, that'll be sick. There's Lalo just cruising around through the garden. He wants to get on the show, that's why. But Rico won't let him.
Nah. So again, 2021 is going to be interesting. Can't wait to see the fights again.
Well, I think as well, another thing for 2021 that I think I can see one championship. They're heading down the bringing on that big K1 like epic fights again. They signed that. They got Protrusion they've had for a long time. They signed that Gregorian. his name is.
Yeah.
He's a sick kickboxer. So
Gregorian.
I think they're going to start trying to get all these guys, or the K1 boys, into the One Championship division, and hopefully they're going to have like a 6-stack like kickboxing tournament.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Well, we can pretty much start wrapping things up now, I reckon.
End of the year, and hopefully everyone has a good Christmas and a good New Year's and enjoys their breaks and gets absolutely fucked up, and that's a good time. Guys, enjoy responsibly. All right? We don't want to see any issues. So, Feliz Navidad, and how do you say it for New Year as well?
Feliz Año Nuevo.
Feliz Año
Año Nuevo.
Nuevo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that should be good. There's Layla on the back. Do you mind, mate?
Yeah.
You bloody idiot. I guess that's this year. Thanks. I had some fun with you, Rico. Thanks for doing this with me.
Easy. We're just getting started.
Yeah, just getting started. We're getting some good feedback from people. So thanks for everyone who gets back to us and gives us the
This bloke is in the shop, man.
I know, you're in the shop, bro. He's an idiot. What a dope. Yeah, he's a fucking... but yeah, no, it's been a good year. It was fun. I enjoyed doing this. Like I said, guys, I enjoyed helping people learn about combat sports, but at the same time, I'm learning a lot about combat sports, like watching all the fight. When I say learning, I know a lot about it. Obviously, I fight it, so it's easy, but learning about the fighters, hearing your perspective, hearing my perspective, it's been fun. So I've enjoyed doing the show, and guys, you got any feedback, please shoot us some feedback, because we just want to get better.
So by the time...
He's in the back. You're in the shot again.
Man.
He's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
He wants to get on. He is such a cloud chaser. I'm not going to give out the Instagram handle, because that's what he wants. He's got to jump with the Instagram handle printed.
If you want the handle, it's at Fairfax Adelaide. Okay.
Fairfax. Hey, he's actually our sponsor, so thank you to Fairfax for dropping in. Sorry, as you were saying, Rick.
So the next time our next episode airs will be 2021. The next one. So we want to wish everybody Happy New Year.
Yeah.
All the best for everybody. Hope everybody has a better New Year. Better 2021.
Hopefully COVID's over.
Yeah.
Well, as they just stop fucking talking about it, because that's the only thing that's going on.
Like yesterday, they were talking about this case, or the new cases, and it was like breaking news, and the breaking news couldn't be any more bigger on the flyer. Oh, it was a joke, man. I was just like, they're just...
Come on, man. Santa ain't real. Sorry, kids.
Yeah, pushing fear down everybody's throats.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
It's disgusting.
What a wanker.
Yeah. Now he starts hitting bags. You know what I mean? No, You've just been a distraction, mate.
I know.
Spartan Party.
Yeah, Spartan Party, 26th of fucking December.
Fairfax Boxing Day.
Yeah, sales. And also Sunday, every Sunday you got Subs World. He's actually, we buddy up on the same venue. Yeah. We borrow the podcast. He's a
bit of a studio going here as well.
And he's got quite a support base. Yeah. And I plan on in 2021 having Sub on the show. Yeah. I would love to talk to him.
Yeah, there's our group of mates. We've got some interesting characters. I want to get Lee Jenkins on as well. Lee Jenkins. Yeah, Lee Jenkins. You will get your shot.
Yeah, he will get you on.
Fairfax Adelaide will get his shot.
Yeah.
not name dropping.
Yeah, not name dropping, nothing.
He'll get his shot.
We'll just call him Fairfax. We won't even give him a name.
Yeah. He'll be like those TIE fighters. Yeah. Fairfax. Yeah. But we'll wrap things up, man. 2021, again, hope everybody has a good 2021. Spartan next year has a good 2021.
We're going to have a good, but no matter what, man, like I said, we're going to do something massive or we're going to die trying. So let's get ready for 2021, guys. I'll see you at the top, and let's rock and roll.
Yeah, and hopefully the show really takes off.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, whether it takes off or not, it's just you and I having fun. Exactly. You and I discuss a lot of combat.
We do this shit anyway.
We do it on a phone. So, I really had fun. We had two people on, but I had fun with Buko and Linton, having a chat and getting to hear them tell some stories. And then our viewers got to know them. That was pretty cool. So hopefully we can have some more bigger names on. I plan on having a few of my friends on, guys like Danny Roberts, Martin Owen, who got the shirt on, bruv. The Situation, my guy, guys like Anglar, if I get him on. So yeah, it'd be cool to get those sort of guys on, and people from around the world or people from our circle can get to know these people.
So guys that have been tuning in, thank you so much for your support.
Thank you guys, again, really do.
We're not planning on stopping this anytime soon. We're trying to keep this train going.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Thanks guys for tuning in, and Happy New Year.